Hey there, all my tarot junkies. Thank you for tuning in to my channel today. My name is Ms. Wheats. On this video, we're going to be talking about 3 things for the month of March and April, and this is going to be all for the Leos out there. The 3 topics that we're going to discuss are leadership, creation, and power. And if you're into that, Libra, then keep on watching. Okay, so having a look at our cards, what we have before us is the depiction of Ra, the keyword being power. Know that you have power and it is real. This card is an invitation to be your most vital self and develop your power from the inside out. The next card before us is a depiction of Gaia with the keyword being creation. You are creative in every way. There are no boundaries to consistent creation. Allow yourself to create in joy, not because of pressure. Connect more deeply with the earth. The last keyword we're going to discuss is a depiction of Zeus with the keyword being leadership. You are called upon to demonstrate leadership and stewardship within your own life. You may need to delegate for the best results. Let's step into the reading. All right, hi Libra. So now we're going to be talking about our first card, which is Ra with the keyword being power. We're going to be talking about what's happening for March as well as April here. So this top half is going to be March and this bottom portion is representing the month of April. They're in the first half, and then this is kind of like representing the middle, and this is pretty much the end of March and April. All right, so we have the Page of Wands, we have the Chariot card, we have the King of Swords, we have the High Priestess, we have the Four of Wands reversed, and we have the Tower card. For April, we're going to be doing working with the Ace of Cups. We have the Devil card, we have Six of Coins, Eight of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the King of Swords is reversed. All right, so let's go up here to our first part of the month. We're talking about the Page of Wands and the Chariot card. Okay, so basically, these 2 cards mean that your energy level is going to be pretty high this month. You're going to have an increase in stamina, increase in your health. You might start making exercise plans. You might want to have this willpower to kind of stick to your discipline. You've got more willpower. And also with this Page of Wands, it's like you're going to be embracing new possibilities of expressing creativity. So basically, I feel like you're going to come up with new and creative ways of setting up goals for major change, major weight loss, major body structure change, things like that. All right, so let's talk about what's happening for the middle of our month with March. We've got the King of Swords and we've got the High Priestess. This kind of tells me that you may be called to make a really tough decision this month with our King of Swords. Yeah, I see that you're going to be making some really tough decisions. You may need to collect a lot of data before you make your choice. A lot of the choices that you might make will be based off of your past experiences. It might be based off of just plain old intellect. You might want to just consider with this High Priestess, you might want to consider that when you go to make your choices, that you use your intuitive side or your gut instincts as well. You're going to have to kind of ask yourself questions like, how does this make me feel? How does this person make me feel? What have I learned in the past from being in a situation like that? What else? And how could it possibly impact my future? So whatever choices that you're going to be making, you're going to be making choices that are kind of logic, but you're also going to have to use your intuition as well. So collecting data, a lot of data collecting, a lot of logical thinking, and also kind of using your past experiences, and how your gut feeling makes you feel, pushes you, leans you, sways you left or right, or whatever the decision it is you may make. You'll be doing a lot of decision making throughout the middle of the month of March. All right. Towards the end of March, we've got the Four of Wands reversed, and we've got the Tower card. Wow. Okay. So the Four of Wands and the Tower card, this definitely tells me that we got some foundation issues. Either figuratively, foundation issues with your home, or just literally, you might be experiencing problems with your house. There might be things that were unseen to you at first. With this Tower card, it has the moon in the picture, so I always suspect that it's something that's kind of not in plain sight, but hidden. Things probably could be going array underground or underneath the house. Things are going on. Problems could be developing with the house or underneath the house. And then we also have the Four of Wands. And if it is a situation that's going on with the house that is just figuratively, you may be experiencing a lot of frequent disagreements or arguments, or could be that the house is unkept. You might need to catch up on chores. You might find yourself a little bit overwhelmed and feeling like you're falling apart, which is also represented here by the Tower card. So just keep in mind that whenever someone has a Tower moment, just know that everything's going to be okay. And usually once we have our Tower moment, we have the opportunity to rebuild it and ensure that everything else from that point on, your perspective is going to be changed, and it's going to be pretty much everything will be okay. So no big worries there with that reversal Four of Wands and that Tower card. Now let's go ahead and talk about what's going on with April. We've got the beginning of April, then we've got the middle of April, and then we've also got the end of April over here. So with the beginning of April, we've got the Ace of Cups, and then we have the Devil card here. Okay, so this is basically going to be like talking about embracing your freedom. You may feel released from an unhealthy attachment. Some of you are going to be embracing yourself by having more self-love, getting over the doubts about your past. Let's see. I feel like also some of you may be having a spiritual awakening, because in my Devil card, where it has the pentacle is actually in reversed. So instead of our Devil card being the traditional symbol of where the head of the star is pointed down, with it being in reversal, it's like you're putting your spirit over the physical need. Okay, so it's like your spirit comes first. The spiritual needs come first. The things they come over the possessions and things like that. Things that are in the physical world are not as important to you. So whatever that may be, drinking alcohol, not necessarily drinking alcohol and drugs, but for some people it could be drinking alcohol and drugs. But for the most part, it could be self-doubts. It could be letting people get to you, letting people tell you that you're not worthy of it. This Ace of Cups tells me that you'll have a renewed sense of self-love, self-care. All right, so yeah. So basically, moving on to the middle of the month, we have the Six of Coins and we have the Eight of Wands. So basically, for some of you, I feel like someone with financial power is going to be wanting to give to you. This could be yourself, or it could be someone else who's wanting to give to you. Someone who's in a higher power financially. Could be your boss. Could be just a person that has something that is in your best interest. Could be money. It could be possessions as well. I feel like this person is going to come and kind of have like a charity approach to things. Or this could be you, like I said. Maybe you could be volunteering your time, your energy to help others. The Eight of Wands tells me that you have an opportunity kind of to jump at things with a quickness. You may feel like you may feel the need to take action, have a lot of fun experiences. You might have like a busier lifestyle. Your schedule might be kind of jam-packed. And also for some of you, you may be kind of like, I feel like with this Six of Coins and the Wand card, I feel like some of you are waiting on something. Some of you are waiting on some finances to come through. Some of you are kind of antsy and impatient about something to happen, okay? But like I said, the rest of you may be feeling like a little bit generous. You might want to partake in a charity or a fundraiser or things like that. You may want to give during a crisis, or if you see someone in a crisis or in a need, you have the urge to help them out during the month of April. All right, so during the last part of April, we've got our Queen of Cups and we have our King of Swords, and the King of Swords is actually reversed. So basically, this is going to be keeping yourself emotionally stable throughout the confusion and the distrust, okay? I feel like this King of Swords is going to be someone who has a dishonest approach to things, okay? And with you, this could either be yourself as well, because this is a sword, and we know that swords represent the air, and Libra is an air sign. So this could be yourself, or this could be someone else. The Queen of Cups tells me that you might want to make sure that you keep yourself emotionally stable throughout the confusion, okay? You might be dealing with someone who is dishonest. You might want to make sure that you're expressing your feelings for someone in an honest approach, okay? So when someone asks you something, you may feel this overwhelming urge to tell them what they want to hear, but if you want to give an opinion about something, make sure it's your honest opinion, because I feel like telling the truth or having an honest approach is the best way to help someone out if you're in that position. For others of you, I also get the sense that you may have emotions to express to someone who does not feel the same way about you. So some of you may have some emotions to express to someone, whether it is you want to be friends with them or you like them or there's something about them that you admire, and perhaps they are they're not really taking your words serious, or maybe you have something to say to someone and they're not really taking into consideration your feelings. So you're going to be dealing with someone like that, or either that could be yourself. So that's what I see for the keyword being power, with the depiction of raw. If you guys like this, give it a thumbs up, and let's move on to the next card. Bye. Okay, Libra, so now we're going to be talking about our next keyword with the depiction of Gaia. Our keyword is going to be creation. This is, like I said, this is going to be the beginning of the month. This is going to be the middle, and this is going to represent the end of the month. The top portion is going to be March. The bottom portion is going to be April. We have the Hermit, we have the 7 of Coins, we have 4 of Cups, 10 of Cups, Queen of Cups, Page of Cups. We got a lot of cup energy in March. All right, so with the 10 of Swords reversed, we've got 9 of Cups, we've got Page of Pentacles, we have the Chariot, 3 of Swords, and 7 of Swords. So let's go to the beginning of the month for March, okay? All right. So here we have the Hermit card, and we've also got the 7 of Coins. So these two cards to me mean that some of you might be stocking up or getting ready, making plans in the dark. When I say in the dark, I mean in secrecy or just without anyone noticing you. And usually our Hermit card is usually a person that's being still, not really moving. They're usually stationary, but in this, they're moving, they're making slow progress. So this tells me that you've been making slow progress, that you've been collecting things slowly or collecting yourself slowly. You've been gathering things for your home, gathering or like things for storage, putting things in storage, stowing away things for the long haul during the month of March, whatever this may be, physically, money, you're saving. I feel like some of you are saving up for something as far as the keyword being creation goes. You could be saving up for a major project. You could be saving up for your house. Perhaps you want to purchase something. I feel like some of you are going to be opening up bank accounts, things like that, but you're doing it in secrecy. I feel like at some point the Hermit card will eventually come back out to play. So this tells me that at some point you're going to be able to show the world what it is that you've been saving up for, what it is that you've been storing away, and eventually there will be a big reveal. All right, so with the middle of March, we've got the 4 of Cups and we've got the 10 of Cups. Okay, so that's where all of our emotions come in. So with this 4 of Cups, it tells me that some of you may have a partner who expressed their thoughts of extending the family, because we have our 10 of Cups card, which usually depicts a whole family, because it's the last possible fulfillment dealing with family or emotions. Usually this deals with mommy, daddy, 2 kids, a dog, and a picket fence. or just being like married or deeply in love. I feel like with the Four of Cups, this is like it's like you felt like you've had to turn away or turn down the notion or the idea of extending your family, or someone has turned down the idea of extending the possibility of expanding your family. The reason why I say expanding your family is because we have a little bunny rabbit here, and that usually is a symbol for fertility. Now, the reasons could vary why you want to not extend the family. This could be potentially because we have a variety of different cups here, and they all look different, but perhaps none of them are really appealing to her. So what I say is that either the person delivered the question wrong, perhaps it was the wrong timing, perhaps they just did not, none of the cups appeal to you, or the way that the delivery was just off, or, you know, basically it's just not for you at the moment, or maybe perhaps the notion of it altogether is not for you at the moment. So I feel like you could be dealing with that information throughout the middle of March. This could be yourself, or perhaps you could be expressing this feeling towards someone else. All right. So at the end of March, we're talking about we have the Queen of Cups, and then we have the Page of Cups. All right. So basically, this tells me that you could be feeling emotionally drained. You could be feeling like you're not sure where you want to direct your emotional energy. I feel like you might be at a creative block. What's the word? Brain numb or word block. But after a while, the reason why I feel that way is because right now, when our queen, she's under the water, she's overwhelmed in her emotions. So the water could represent your emotions in a sense, and then because it's reversed, it's like you're going the wrong direction. You don't know where to direct your emotional energy at this time. But during the end of March, I feel like there's going to be a quick after that Queen of Cups energy being reversed, there's going to be a quick turn in events. You're going to get this burst of energy. You're going to feel young, vibrant. You're going to have this spark of emotions that are ready to show the world. The Page of Cups is usually a person that's creative. They have a lot of dream work to deliver. They want to express how they want people to see them, or how they want people to look at them. As you can see here, the Page of Cups, she's putting on a show for all of the other foxes inside of a tent. So I feel like there's going to be people who are going to really be paying attention to you this month, and what it is that you're trying to do, whatever it is that you're trying to overcome, and how you've changed your attitude, or where you're directing your emotional energy or your emotional creative energy to. All right, so now the bottom half is going to be our April. So with April, we've got the Ten of Swords reversed, and we've got the Nine of Cups. So to me, this talks about overcoming, or not overcoming, but possibly you could be coming out of a painful ending, or this could be a relationship, this could be a job, person, place, or thing, you fill in the noun. This also tells me that at some point, this Nine of Cups energy is going to take over where you left off on that Ten of Swords. We see that he's been stabbed, and it feels like it's the ending for him, but because it's in reverse, that means that all the swords get a chance to fall out, and you get a chance to heal, and you're going to be healing definitely with this Nine of Cups. Whatever it is that ended for you is going to bring you a lot of prosperity. You're going to look back on it and say, man, I'm glad that I went through what I went through, because I wouldn't feel the way I feel today. Now, it looks like you have 9 cups are lined up, so you have a variety of opportunities coming your way that's going to bring you a lot of emotional satisfaction. So that's how I see that. You have a lot of opportunities for emotional satisfaction. Where one door closes, another one opens. That's basically what this says during the first part of April. All right, let's look at the middle part of April. We've got our Page of Coins, and we've got the Chariot. So to me, this is talking about you could be having a new job opportunity to learn your next skill level. The reason why I say this could be the next skill level is because usually our Page of Coins is someone who's an apprenticeship, or someone who's young and learning the game, learning how things are supposed to be run. Okay, we have the Chariot card here. Some of you could be in the medical field, because we have our little symbol representing medicine. So some of you could be upping your game in your medicine field, learning your next getting your degrees in line, or earning more credentials, or continuing or broadening your skills, or you could be feeling more driven to gain a new set of skills, could be passing tests to be able to do more or get paid more at work. I sense this for a lot of you during the middle of April. So definitely going to be using some creativity skills, getting those brain cogs working. All right, so now at the end of the April, we've got our Three of Swords and we've got our Seven of Swords as well. So April kind of ends on a iffy note, but we're gonna say it like this. We've got the Three of Swords, okay? So basically this card is reversed because this is the Three of Swords in action, okay? We've got that heart is red, it's actively bleeding. To me, that's represented by blood on the ground, but it's really just a bunch of like roses. But after that, we have here, there's going to be a flower of hope that kind of rises out of the ground. It's like a flower of hope. So the pain has gone. Now, whoever or whatever has happened to you, the grief that you experienced shortly is it's going to be short-lived, but there's going to be someone who's going to be admiring you, okay? So they're going to be admiring you. With the Seven of Swords, I feel like this person may admire you. I call it admiring because I don't want to necessarily use the word jealous, but there could be someone who's watching you and they want what you have. They admire whatever it is you can't have, but they don't like the fact that they feel like they can't have that for themselves. So you may be accomplishing something creatively in your life, or this may come from the fact that you could be upping your skill set in your workplace in a medical field or whatever field that you might be into, even creativity or creation. You might be creating masterpieces that other people may find they might find themselves being jealous or feeling like they want it for themselves. So that's always actually a good thing. That's why I said this kind of ends on a strange note, but I always say that if you have an admirer over your work, over your skills, that means that you have something worthy of wanting, okay? Because we can see here, as in the month of March, you're putting your skills to work and letting people show what you're all about. This person is in a tent, and I can also see that this person is leaving tents. These are tents in the background. I hope my camera can pick that up. But I can tell that there's going to be somebody who wants what you have, definitely. So, and they may express themselves a little bit differently around you. You may observe that they treat you differently, or they speak to you differently, or the fact that they don't speak to you at all. But secretly, this is what they're thinking. They're probably wanting what it is you have, or upset at the fact that they can't have what it is you have. So I call it, they could be just heavily admiring you, or they could just be jealous of you. But like I said, there's always a good thing when somebody wants what it is that you have. So that's what I have for you dealing with the keyword of creation with the depiction of Gaia. Let's move to our third and last card. Okay, Libra, so this is going to be the last card that we're going to discuss. The top portion is going to be representing March. The bottom portion represents April, and our keyword is going to be leadership with a depiction of Zeus. So this is going to represent the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and these two cards representing the end of the month. So what we have is our Three of Coins. We've got the Five of Swords, Four of Cups, the Magician. We have the Six of Wands, Two of Coins, Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups. We've got Nine of Cups, the Death card, Eight of Cups, and Five of Wands. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the beginning of the month. Beginning of the month, we have the Three of Coins, and we also have the Five of Wands. So to me, this tells me that some of you may have an opportunity for a new position at work, or to learn, an opportunity to learn something. A new position involves training or like from a multitude of people. The reason why I say this could be training from a multitude of people is because we have the Five of Swords, and if you look closely, all five of those swords look a little different than the other. So these kind of represent the ideas or the training, the way that the person trains you, okay? That's their idea of them having it right. Okay, and this can be kind of confusing because, or it can cause conflict or confusion for you, because while you're training at work, trying to learn the new position, or trying to understand what it is that you're supposed to do, you're getting advice from people who are telling you the same job, and they're telling you how to do it correctly, but they may not be telling you how to do it one consistent way. So I feel like there's a little bit of inconsistencies in how people are telling you how to do the job. So expect that to happen during the month of March or in the beginning. I feel like you're going to have a lot of different ideas coming at you as a new student or a person that's going to be training on the job. If you can help it, you could go to the leader or talk to a supervisor or a person of lead position to kind of help clarify the best way, one single way to get your job done until you get more advanced and your skill sets come up in the job that you're going to be training for. All right, moving on with the middle of the month for the for the middle of the month for March, we've got the Six of Wands, and we've also got the Two of Coins. All right, so basically I see here you're going to be showing off your skill sets. You're going to be showing off all your assets, putting them on the front line for people to see and to watch and praise you over as well. Because of course we have a lady who's dressed as a fish under the water swimming with the rest of the fishies, and they're all praising her, okay? Giving her props, giving, watching her how well she does, congratulating her, things like that. Basically, you're going to be showing off your skill sets. This is important because you're going to be expected to handle and juggle different aspects of your job in order to gain the favor of those who are around you, especially the person of a lead position here. You're probably going to need to try to blend in with the rest of your surroundings as well to make the right impressions. So I hate to say like blend in with everyone else, but until you've kind of established who everyone is at your job or wherever it is that you're going, wherever it is that you're going to be the new person, I suggest that you try to lay low, blend in, and kind of show off your skills. That way when people get to know you personally on a personal level, then you can kind of come out of your shell and you don't have to dress and act it. Well, you don't want to act like anyone. You always want to act like yourself, but you can kind of stop putting on this mask or whatever, and you can start to kind of wear your own personality, so to speak. Okay, but we all kind of do that when we go to a new place or a new job. We kind of lay low under the radar. You might have a outgoing personality, but for the most part, just kind of lay low and take the training, try to understand the peers around you, the coworkers around you, the people around you, so that you can kind of mesh in and get to know people, and that way you can decide who it is you can trust, show your best assets to, who you can gain help and insight and information from. All right, but trust that you're going to be juggling a lot of things. They're going to be expecting you to do a lot of, not a lot of work, but just pretty much how well can you time manage? How well can you juggle? How well can you get things done and still remember to not drop anything? When I say not drop anything, don't let anything slide. Don't forget anything. So that's what those two cards mean to me for the middle of the month. Next, for the month of March, we're going to the end where we have the Nine of Cups reverse and our Death card here. Okay, so this pretty much tells me that you may want to reconsider what looks good to what you really want, because what looks good to other people may not be your best wishes and what's in your best interest. That's what I get from the Nine of Cups reverse, okay? Whatever it is that you're thinking will do you good or whatever, I feel like you're putting this on, you're doing something that other people want you to do, or you're doing something that you feel that other people would think looks appropriate for you, or think they think this is what they should expect from you. You think that that's what they should expect from you. With the Death card, I feel like there's going to be a major change in this. I think you're going to either come to terms with doing what it is that you want to do, and with this major change, this is going to kind of prompt you to want to turn this Nine of Cups reversed and do what it is you want, what you want, so that you can feel more comfortable in the setting that you're in. You can be more natural in the setting that you're in, and you can kind of indulge in the wishes that you want. So for some of you, you may not have what you want right now, but I'm feeling like there's going to be a major change, okay? You may want something really bad, or you're wanting something to come true for you. You have a wish out there that you're really praying and wanting this to come through, to fall through for you. But I feel like this is not going to fall through until a major change, either with a person, a place, or thing. Something has to be pushed out, okay, in order for the new to come in. And I feel like that will not happen until you experience this Death card. Death card does not mean that you're going to die. It just means that this is something for you to experience, to shed away an old skin in order to reveal the new, which in this case, the new would represent that Nine of Cups energy, okay? All right. With our month of April, we've got the Four of Cups, and we've also got the Magician card here. All right, so I feel like for some of you, there may be this disengagement from whatever it is that you're doing, with things that you engage with either at work or with people. A part of you is feeling like you don't want to deal with it, okay? Something about what it is you're doing does not suit you right now during the beginning of April, Libra. The Magician card tells me that there's something that you need to take advantage of. You have all the tools in front of you, but you will not get anywhere. You won't get the results that you want until you take advantage of this. if you don't have all the tools in front of you, which you do have all the tools in front of you, there's someone who is in a leadership position who can help you, you know, move past this boredom or this feeling of being stuck in a situation where you're not really want to be engaged in whatever it is that you're doing. I feel like some of you are needing a new position. Some of you have like outgrown the job. Some of you have outgrown people. Some of you have outgrown the situation entirely. Whatever that situation may be, I feel like wherever it is you're living, things are not what you want. But the Magician card is always here to tell us that we have all the tools in front of us. It's just time to start manifesting them. Okay, so that's what you need to know for the beginning of the month. It's time to manifest what it is you really want so that you can stop turning your nose up to what's being offered to you, okay? And not saying that turning your nose up is a bad thing. It's just saying that you know that you deserve more. There's more for you out there, and it's true because we have the Magician card at hand. Middle of the month of April, we've got the Ace of Swords and we've got the Seven of Cups. Okay, so this basically tells me that you're going to need to clear your mind in order to make the right choice. Some of the choices that you're going to be bedazzled by are unrealistic. Okay, use logic in making your choices. If you have goals set in front of you, choose the goals that are choose the goals that are most realistic. Okay. I feel like a lot of you have things that you need to get done, things that you want to get done, places you want to go, but in reality, you're going to have to weed through that which is more important or more realistic. And then once you have done that, then that's when you can go after it, okay? We don't want to waste time. That's basically what this is saying. Be sure not to waste time during the month of April with whatever plans you may have, whatever things that you may want. Overspending, overindulging. Ace of Swords tells me that you need to use logic, skill building, understanding what's important, and kind of cutting through all the nonsense. That's like basically what this is saying. Using your crown chakra, when I say crown chakra, I kind of mean like your understanding of the way things work. Get a good understanding of the way things work before you start making your choices and investing in your dreams. Okay, that's what this says, and that's showing a skill of leadership. If you think about it, that is showing a skill of leadership for the month of April. All right, so next we have the Eight of Cups and Five of Wands. So Eight of Cups screams that it's just time to walk away from something. There's arguments, there's fights, there may be a competition that is not for you, and that's fine. It's time to walk away because why? It doesn't serve you anymore, okay? It's time to walk away from the disorder. There may be too much time being invested in whatever it is that you're doing and you're not getting the right outcome that you want. There also might be, could be potential danger for you because we have the volcano that's about to erupt. So the fact that there could be a potential danger for you and the other people that are around you, this battle is pretty much, no one is going to win this. It's time to move forward. It's like some of you have been fighting for someone's affection or for someone's love or for the attention at work or, like I said, whatever position you're in, however this applies to you, if you're having to find yourself fighting or constantly battling someone, I feel like this battle is about to run out and it's time to walk away from it. Okay, so that's what I have for you during the end of April. That's all I've got for the entirety of this reading, ending with the keyword being keyword being leadership with the depiction of Zeus. If you guys like it, give it a thumbs up, talk about it in the comments, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye, Libra. All right, Libra, that's all I have for you today. Everyone, I'm so happy that you watched this video to the end. If you guys have any questions or comments, do that down below. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want a personal reading, don't forget to leave your crystal ball in the comments. Go to my email address, and then go ahead and leave me your question. I'll get your video right away. Until then, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.